views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
So let's just have fun. This is the third time that I have been asked to be the mistress of ceremony at this wonderful event. I am proud to say that I was an honoree a couple of years ago. That's how I met Mr. Lugo, and that's how I met Sulma and Cindy, and Eileen as well. And it is a wonderful event. Most of you have been here before. So it's not about me, it's about the wonderful women that we're gonna be honoring today. Sulma wanted me to talk a little bit about why I accepted to be here again, and I said to her, well, because of you, obviously, but also because I'm now pregnant with a baby girl. And for me, it's extremely important that she can listen to us, already. So it's extremely important to help others and to do that thing that they call female solidarity, when we help each other, and when one grows, we all grow together. And I think if I talk about it in my book, I talk about it everywhere I go, I might as well be it, right? So I want to present now a very important man that definitely shows that women are not only leaders, we are necessary. We are necessary in the business industry. We are necessary in every way. And I thank you for making this possible every year and for celebrating womanhood. So please welcome Mr. Nick Lugo.
Well, Christy, thank you so much for accepting and for being here again. And we expected only to have one person, Christy, but she was able to pull it off. Only a woman can. Where she's here with two people, herself and her belly. Inside is going to be a future honoree of the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We love you, and that's why we keep asking you back.
Thank you.
So, I want to welcome all of you. It's our 12th annual Women in Business Luncheon. And if I don't read this, Suma will get very angry. And I think also, I gotta say before anything, is that Sulma, she prayed so much that none of us had to. And so we got a beautiful day. We were able to get off on the boat cruising. And so all of this power of extra prayers can be held back until the next time when we need your help. So thank you for not praying so much, and thank Sulma for praying as much as she did. And with that said, one of the things that I can honestly say is that as we are all here, all of us together makes us stronger. Unity is something that we need more of, something that we have to somehow nurture. And this women's celebration is such an event where I feel, and the rest of the board and other people that are associated with the chamber feel, that women honestly work so hard that they make things happen. And sometimes I say to myself, whether I'm following the woman or whether I'm a trailblazer, but it's the women that make us work harder, and it's the women in my life that has made me feel more of a person, because I have a daughter and I had a great mother. Had a great father too, but my mother, she was always there. And so I thank all of you for being here and for supporting the chamber. The nor'easter tried to keep us somehow on our feet. You bite your nails, you try to do the best that you can, and we did. We came out on top. It's a beautiful day, and I've said that already. So with that being said, I want to really acknowledge if the girls that are going to be, or the ladies that are going to be acknowledged here today as honorees, if you would stand up when I call your name, I would love it. Alana Cantillo. She's the, thank you, Alana. Alana is the New York City Director of Government Affairs for Charter Communications. Rada Marquez. Thank you, Rada. Rada is the Director of International Programs, YMCA of Greater New York. Thank you. Vanessa Mendez Gomez. She must be from Spain, right? Chief Marketing Officer, Tropical Cheese. Thank you. Lourdes Zapata. Lourdes, Chief Diversity Officer for the Office of Governor Andrew Cuomo. Annie Rodriguez. Annie is the President and CEO, Credit City, New York. Thank you, Annie. Now, Carmen Greenberg Perez, I understand she's not here, but she is the Director of Sales and Marketing for United Health of New York. And someone from United Health is going to accept her award and probably say a few words, I hope. So with that said, and Reese, I'll say, stand up, and Reese. you can be the guy representing us for the girls, for the ladies. But anyway, you know, all of you are making us all proud. And, you know, as a father to a girl, I look forward to the day when she will be successful. And so all of you, I admire for having achieved success. So you deserve this, and I welcome you here. Thank you. Now, this event is made possible by our esteemed members, sponsors, and friends. We appreciate you ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome one of our presenting sponsors, Laura Mano, Director of Government Affairs for Charter Communications. Thank you. That was pretty brief, right?
Thank you, and thank you to the Chamber for hosting us today. What a beautiful day it is to be out here on this boat. Who knew we would be here thinking of yesterday? So again, my name is Laura Mano. I'm a Director of Government Affairs with Charter Communications Spectrum. I'm so proud to be here today to honor the many women in this room who lead with grace and fire, especially Spectrum's own, Alana Cantillo, who is one of our honorees today. Diversity and inclusion are central to Spectrum's values and essential to our vision, strategy, and continued success. We're working hard to continually grow in this space because we all know that the most effective, successful workplaces include voices in leadership from different cultural backgrounds, perspectives, and opinions, because we all bring something different and special to the table. We're committed to hiring a diverse workforce that is reflective of the communities that and customers that we represent and serve. But of equal importance is our commitment to hiring just all-around great people. That's why I'm so excited to celebrate and recognize the outstanding work and achievements of exceptional Hispanic women, including Alana, who leads by example every day and has more passion, determination, and frankly more energy than anyone I know. You couldn't have picked a more worthy honoree. So again, I'm thrilled to be here on behalf of a company that continuously demonstrates its commitment and support to fostering an inclusive and collective workspace and embracing diversity. So congratulations to all of the honorees. You've shown excellence in your respective fields and are the prime examples of the amazing things women can achieve when their hard work gets to meet opportunity. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Camille, and thank you for your support and for being here. So we're all fans, at least I am, a big fan of quotes. I love them, I tweet them, I put them all over my social media once I meet or I hear something that makes sense, that I think can inspire somebody else. Hello back there. I don't want you guys to feel left out, okay? We're here, we know you're there. Buen provecho. So that's kind of like the theme of our talk, our conversation today. We picked inspiring quotes that we thought were a perfect way of introducing our honorees. So we're gonna start by one that was from Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra. He says, hunger is the best sauce in the world. And I say that's because he hasn't had my mofongo with my sauce. But that's fine, whatever. So our honorees' hunger for success kept them walking through narrow roads, running towards the right opportunities and soaring in their careers. Today we sail with them on the Hudson, celebrating their drive and commitment to the Latinos in New York City and beyond. Our first honoree, because it's about them today, is Raida Marquez, Director of International Programs for the YMCA of Greater New York. There is a line on her bio that reads, Raida knows the power of fostering people-to-people interactions from diverse backgrounds to challenge misperceptions and galvanize for positive change. To have someone with that kind of conviction, tasked with touching the lives of the next generation and working for an amazing organization is just inspiring. Today we recognize her with the award for outstanding commitment to youth empowerment. Please help me welcome Raida Marquez.
Muchas gracias. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lugo. Thank you, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Buenas tardes, mi familia. I say mi familia because that's how I feel today. Me siento en casa. Muchas gracias. It's wonderful to be here, not only with all of you, with my fellow honorees. I congratulate you as well, enhorabuena. And I am honored to be recognized with you. I want to also recognize my colleagues and my friends that are sharing this moment with me. And my mother in the corner, who is my role model and the amazing woman in my life. So thank you to the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for this special honor, and for not letting the storm get in the way. Living a life of purpose is important to me, although I didn't always know what that looked like. But looking back, it has meant being grateful for my family, for the values that they've instilled in me, and for the importance that my parents placed in education. Growing up bicultural taught me to move with ease in different worlds and instilled in me an appreciation for differences. At a young age, I was fortunate enough to travel, first to Mexico and Puerto Rico, where my family and the countries of my rich heritage are from, and later to continue to travel and eventually to live overseas. Experiencing new places, interacting with people from all backgrounds, being exposed to different perspectives is important. It builds empathy. My life has been one of privilege, although I want to clarify what privilege means. Some people make assumptions about what that means. Putting weight on financial resources, for example. I have been privileged because I have had a community to support me, and choices and opportunities. Having choices and opportunities are key. It allows us to make decisions and to direct our own lives. Having choices allows us to dream bigger, to aim higher. Through my work prior to the YMCA, and for the last 17 years at the YMCA, I have been fortunate to help provide options, access to others, particularly to young people. Most recently, I'm proud of the work my colleagues, and some of whom are here today, and I are leading within our own organization to ensure that all employees feel supported in their professional aspirations and again have options to create pathways to senior leadership and C-suite positions where women, and in particularly women of color, are underrepresented. It is a journey, but we will get there by working together, by using our spaces of privilege and spheres of influence. We all have them. To lift others, to be an ally, to be amplifiers by mentoring, to be intentional about being mentored. This is a momentous occasion, and in honor of this day, I challenge you to make a friend. Make a friend on this boat. Meet someone that you don't know. Meet and reach outside of your circle with someone before you leave. Seize the opportunity and promise to leave today so that we continue to build our community. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ryan. I told you these women are some serious inspiration, so. Author Sandra Cisneros stated, "My weapon has always been language, and I've always used it, but it has changed. Instead of shaping the words like knives now, I think they're flowers or bridges." I think that's beautiful. This is why our next honoree is Alana Cantillo, New York City Director of Government Affairs for Charter Communication. Alana manages Charter's efforts to expand digital access, cultural appreciation, and strategic investments. To be effective in her line of work, one must command words and the power to relate to people at every level and all walks of life. She makes language her bridge, and her words are like flowers. I can't wait to hear those. Today, we recognize Alana with the Community Engagement and Cultural Appreciation Excellence Award. Congratulations.
Thank you, Christy. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much to the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for the fabulous work that you do. I'm so honored. Nick and Sunma, you're always a call away, and we're so appreciative. Charter Communications is so grateful for your partnership and your dedication. Thanks to my team at Charter Spectrum, Rodney Capel, Vice President of Government Affairs, and Laura Mano, who you've already had the pleasure of meeting. Thank you to my family and friends for being here with me today, but more importantly, for inspiring me and holding me accountable every day. It's great to be here with all of you. My name is Alana Pilar Cantillo, and it's an honor to be recognized with this exceptional group of Latinas who are leaders in their respective fields. I want to take a couple minutes to talk about risk-taking and celebrations. My colleagues and I come from years of experience in government into the telecommunications sector. That was not without a steep learning curve and technical knowledge that we're still learning, and many processes and systems that we're still unpacking. But we're here because we believe in the institutions of government, the impact that they have, and we want to influence them. We also want to make the private sector more inclusive and dynamic. We have a responsibility to the communities that have invested so much in us to connect them to the resources and the opportunities that are at our disposal. Annie Rodriguez, one of today's honorees, I haven't had the privilege of meeting her yet, but I'm sure that she can relate to the saying, with big risks come big rewards. And so I've taken many, many blind risks that have brought me here before you today. And just by the look of the crowd and the energy in the room, I know that it's paying off. I'm fortunate enough in my role at Spectrum to make a small difference and make these minor contributions to the community with my own professional and personal background. I also said that I wanted to talk about celebration today. My father, who is here with me today, always says, "Hay que trabajar para vivir, no vivir para trabajar." No? In other words, hay que disfrutar. You have to work to live, not live to work. And that's why we're gathered here today to do, and what we must continue to do, in a climate where there's a racist, sexist, homophobic, Islamophobic, very dangerous man in the White House who doesn't respect people who look like us and who doesn't value our experiences. I'm not going to go down a political rabbit hole, but I do want to say that we have to continue to celebrate all of our accomplishments. We have the privilege of living in a place where being in this room or on this boat is not a threat to our neighbors. And so we must model for the youth and for our country how to showcase the contributions and the accomplishments of our work. To the Chamber, while I hope to accomplish much more in my career, thanks again for this recognition and for being such willing partners. Thanks for fostering the Latino community and for amplifying our voices. I want to dedicate those awards to my parents, Jose and Nivia Cantillo, for risking many comforts for me and my sisters to have the lives that we have, but for teaching us the spirit of self-preservation, ambition, and celebration. Congrats to all the honorees. I'm so proud to be here.
Wow. That was amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love coming here because I always meet these wonderful people that sometimes you don't hear about, and they're doing amazing things in whatever their work is, and so this is just wonderful. And to follow up on that a little bit, I'm going to share my favorite quote. It's from a Nigerian author. If you haven't read her books, you should. Her name is Chimamanda Adichie. I can spell that one later. And she says the problem with stereotypes is not that they are wrong, is that they are incomplete. Keep that in mind. Remember that when you're trying to break those barriers and you're trying to break stereotypes, like I always say, that's my mission in life as Latinas and Latinos. So this is kind of like a charge question for me because I spend so much money on this store, like, you know, but anyone here knows what Zara is? Yes. Clothing store? Okay, this dress is from Zara actually. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. It was actually co-founded by Rosalía Mera of Spain, and she went from seamstress to owning a billion-dollar empire. One of the many lessons she learned was that some people are handed their good fortune on a silver platter, others must work for it and receive the title self-made as a result. Our next honoree, Annie Rodriguez, CEO of Credit City, New York, is self-made and teaching others to do the same. I love that. Her bio states, inspired by entrepreneurship and wanting to help her own community, she decided to open First Financial Consulting, currently known as Credit City, where she helps others understand how the game of credit works. In 5 years, her portfolio of clients has exceeded her expectation, with over 5,000 clients in 5 years of business, including elected officials and celebrities. How old are you? You don't have to answer. For this reason and countless more, we are recognizing Annie with the Business Mastery Award. Please give a warm welcome to Annie Rodriguez. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Sister in green.
Thank you so much for having me. I would like to thank Nick Lugo, Soma Brown, and Christy, and all the New York City Hispanic Chamber for this award. I feel honored to be here because at Credit City we help teach people the right path of credit. For many years I was working on one of the largest consumer receivables company, helping develop branches across the nation. One day I decided it's my turn. I wanted to make a difference in my community where credit was seen to be a nasty word. I wanted to change and impact people's ability to afford houses, buy cars, or businesses launches in first new projects. So I decided to found Credit City. With over 5,000 clients since opening in 2012 and over 6 employees, we are soon moving to the George Washington Bridge and hope to change
even more lives. I know that I know this is important because census shows that 30% of consumers in low-income communities are credit invisible. Credit City allowed to be seen again. This is why I decided to locate my business to Washington Heights. It's the heart of the working class families. I owe my success and support to my wonderful husband of 23 years, Jorge Rodriguez, he's around there, who has never tried to clip my wings. Instead, he empowered me to reach success. He's my #1 supporter. My mother, who just recently passed away, who taught me everything is possible in life, and my 3 wonderful children, who I adore, Annie, George, and Adrian. You guys are my life. I also want to thank my sister from another mother, Wendy Garcia, my superwoman, as I call her, who I admire for her dedication to public service. She's a super strong woman who has always supported me no matter what. My great friend Ignacio Collado, who encouraged me to never give up. He's also an entrepreneur of Affinity Tire. And lastly, I want to thank my team for their dedication and hard work, making Credit City a trusted, reliable company where our clients can feel welcome. As you can see, it takes support from a family, friends, and community to make a successful woman. Let's continue inspiring the new generation of women's success. Y que viva la mujer. Gracias. Thank you.
Well, now I know who we thank for this sunny day. That's your mom looking after you. I'm being so proud of you. Oh, and now I have to present one of my favorite people and favorite speakers, Eileen Guzzo.
Thank you, Christy. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo están? I wanted to share with you that as a business professional, it's always been important for me, I own a company in IT consulting services, to be part of great networking events and great networks of fabulous business people. And I found one of the best places with the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. So today, I would like to encourage all of you to check us out at Hispanic Chamber, NYC, and become a supporter and a member of the chamber so that we can grow together and help each other in business. I would like to let everybody know that unfortunately Carmen Greenberg Paris from United Health is unable to be with us today due to a family emergency, but Enrique Ramirez, Regional Manager from United Healthcare, will be speaking on her behalf. Enrique?
Thank you. Okay, how's everybody doing today? Everybody okay? Okay, I know it feels a little weird, women in business luncheon, and I'm the only man speaking, right? But I will do my job. Anyway, thank you. Definitely thank you to the New York City Chamber of Commerce. You guys are awesome. The Hispanic Chamber is fantastic. I spoke to Nick some time ago. I remember meeting Nick when I was 10 years old with my father, going to 116th Street to Nick Lugo Travel to get my very first ticket to go overseas. And again, before Travelocity, before cheap tickets, before Expedia, before any of that, there was Nick Lugo Travel, right, in 116th Street. So those of us that are local here from New York, we know that, right? We know that story. But thank you, Nick, for all the work you do. Thank you to all the fantastic honorees. Again, Carmen is not here with us today, but she is very humble, very grateful, and very honored to receive this award. We will receive it in her honor and in her name. And again, thank you to all the fantastic honorees that continue to provide all those tremendous qualities to provide passion, energy, self-worth, self-determination, desire, all those phenomenal inner qualities that you can't really teach those things. There's a lot of things you could teach and you could train on, but you can't train on those kind of qualities, which is what makes everyone here today, but specifically the honorees, phenomenal women. So thank you on behalf of United Healthcare, on behalf of all my colleagues here today. Thank you all for all your contributions to our communities, to your families, to your careers, and to everything that you do to make our business community greater here in our greater New York area. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Thank you, Andres. We love men, okay? Don't worry about it. We need you guys, you know, for stuff like this, you know? It's so good. We do, we really do. I love what Annie was saying when she mentioned her husband and him being her biggest supporter. We really need you guys. It's all about teamwork. Our next quote, remember where the theme is quotes, our favorite quotes, is by Dennis Waitley. No man or woman is an island. To exist just for yourself is meaningless. You can achieve the most satisfaction when you feel related to some greater purpose in life, something greater than yourself. Our next honoree focuses on something far greater than herself, and that is called family legacy. Vanessa Mendez-Gamez is the Chief Marketing Officer for Tropical Cheese. She oversees Tropical's brand marketing, advertising initiatives, website and social media platforms, product research and development. Do you sleep at night? That's a lot of work. Her fresh perspective has proven invaluable Tropical's strong presence in the market. Throughout her time at Tropical, she has been lucky to work closely by her father's side, along with her brother Luis and several other family members that form part of Tropical's management team. She is a force. For this reason, today we present her with the Strategic Planning and Marketing Excellence Award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm so excited to be here and receive this recognition among so many talented and inspiring women. I want to congratulate all of you for being recognized today, and I want to thank Zulma and Mr. Lugo for providing me the opportunity to be here. It's truly a joy, and I'm truly honored and humbled. Since I can remember, Tropical Cheese has formed an important part of my life, but it wasn't until I graduated college and became a full-time Tropical employee that I realized how proud I was to represent such a quintessential Latino, family-owned, my family, and operated business. Tropical represents quality, authenticity, innovation, and above all, the American dream that so many Latinos aspire to and can identify with. Throughout the years, I've learned the business from the bottom up before ultimately settling into my role as Chief Marketing Officer. My responsibilities have been complex as we transition from our traditional marketing methods and market segments to new media channels, branding, and consumer groups. Not only have I had to educate myself as I've gone along, but I've also had to educate my management team, which consists primarily of male Latino baby boomers. And I love them, but I'm sure many of you can imagine the challenge, and I'm sure many of you can also identify with it. When the task at hand has seemed too daunting to tackle, I've consistently looked to two strong women in business for guidance and inspiration, and I'd like to dedicate this recognition to them. And if you'll allow me, I'd just like to tell you a little bit about both of them who are here today. My mom, Neda, and my Aunt Maria have both overcome incredible amount of adversity in order to achieve the success that they now enjoy. Immigrating from the U.S. as teenagers with little money or knowledge of the language, and after having worked several years in Cuban labor camps in order to obtain an exit visa, they have worked harder than anyone I know to succeed. My mother helped my father establish Tropical Cheese in 1982 and worked tirelessly by his side for many years to ensure Tropical's success. My aunt started working for BACC Travel, a tourism organization here in New York City that specializes in promoting Brazil abroad over 35 years ago. Not only has she helped them grow into one of the biggest wholesale tour operators to Brazil, but also, along the way, she learned Portuguese and is now the agency's general manager responsible for their US and Brazil offices. They're my sounding boards, and they're the first people that I turn to for advice. They're the strongest women I know, and they have taught me to rise to the occasion when faced with a challenge. They inspire me to continue to strive to be the best person that I can be every day. If I inherited just half of their drive and ambition, I know that I'll be able to continue to achieve great things in my lifetime. Thank you for being here with me today. It truly means a lot, and thank you all again for the recognition.
Congratulations to that mom and that aunt that did so well. Celia Cruz, who doesn't know Celia Cruz, right? Celia Cruz once said, "My English is not very good looking," but that's not the quote that's supposed to be shared. Sulma gave me a bad look. I use that one a lot because, it breaks people, it breaks a smile here and there, and people forget about your accent. Well, Celia Cruz actually also said, "I love living on that stage. Without that, I'll die." As a Latina, journalist, and content creator, the stage is an opportunity to influence and change the world for the better. I am inspired by Latinas who do the same. Our final honoree is Lourdes Zapata, newly appointed Chief Diversity Officer for the Office of the Governor Andrew Cuomo. Her bio states that she is committed to ensuring that minorities and women have their fair share of employment, engagement, and contracting opportunities with the state. Think about it. We have a powerful Latina who looks like us, speaks like us, and is going up to bat for you and for I, and for my daughter. Her stage and platform is to help us. Lourdes, we thank you for your courage and commitment to be on the front lines for us today. You are the recipient of the MWB Leadership and Commitment to Diversity Award. Congratulations. I told you my English wasn't very good looking.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. So when I got on the boat, Sulma told me I was going last, so I was going to have to compete with the wine. But she didn't tell me I was going to have to compete with the Statue of Liberty. And it's just not fair. It's not fair, but I'm going to do my best. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Sulma. Thank you, Nick. Thank you to the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for this honor. And congratulations to all of my fellow honorees. I am truly humbled to share today with you. Because today is about women, and as I was thinking about what I was going to talk about today, it really got me thinking about how I got to where I am today. And so if you can just indulge me for a minute, I just want to talk a bit about my path. So it's been 10 years just this month that my abuelita passed away. And so for me, like for many of you, I would imagine the sun rose and set around my abuelita. It's just like that was it, she was the queen, right? But time heals all wounds. So now I can talk about her not just in context of how much I loved her, but how funny she was, and how much I draw from her lessons every day, which were really just no nonsense, get it together statements. So she would tell me things like, "No te olvides quién tú eres." So for my monolingual brothers and sisters on the boat, that was don't forget who you are. And my all-time favorite was no seas zángana. And that's the one I use with my family all the time. Now, for those of you, again, who are not bilingual, Urban Dictionary translates that word, zángana, as one who is easily taken advantage of, a naive individual. So there was no patience for ignorance in my family. Now, Doña Layo's daughter, my mother, carried that tough love tradition, and in my family, she's the queen. And again, so, you know, the women, we rule the family, right? So she's the one who raised 2 daughters in the South Bronx as a single mother. She was a small business owner. She owned a beauty salon. And again, like I imagine for many of you, the salon was the center of our community on Prospect Avenue. So Sori's Beauty Salon specialized in recortes, derrizados, bochinche, and politics. You know how us women go, right? So it was there that I was mothered, not just by my own mother, but all of her customers who saw me graduate from high school and were there when I came home from college. I'm sure at some point they left the salon, but it seemed like they would just be there all day. I mean, they got there at 8 a.m., they didn't leave till 10. But these women never let me forget that I owed who I was to my family and my community. I mean, really, her customers helped my mother help me pay for my education. And who's gonna argue with Doña Carmen when she's telling you about yourself, right? She was like, Nena, deja decirte algo. And you just sat down and you just listened to what she had to say. So now, when I get to sit in the room with the governor of the great state of New York, I do it with humility. I do it on behalf of all the amazing Latina women who helped me become who I am, starting with my abuelita, my mother Zoraida, and all the customers of Sori's Beauty Salon, and ending with the new generation of women in our family, my daughter and my nieces. I have 3 young women under the age of 17 who also keep teaching me. They teach me about music beyond salsa and 80s and 90s hip hop. Apparently there was music after 1990. I don't know about any of that. Modern technology, because you know they can program my iPhone much better than I ever can, and how we are all responsible for the future of young women as smart as they are. Of course, I don't forget the men. I have a son. I love him. I'm proud of him. He's a great kid. But it's about the women today, you know? I have a partner who is strong, he's charming, he made me say all of this, he's handsome. But he also helps me remember and not take myself too seriously. And my dad is no slouch, you know, he taught me how to put up sheetrock, how to paint, how to learn my way around power drills, so I have a job in construction if I ever need it, you know, when my state career ends. I love these men. They'd be so hurt if they knew that I was here and I didn't acknowledge them. You know how sensitive men can be if you don't talk about them, so I wanted to give them their shout out. Gotta love the men. But listen, it is to the women to whom I am indebted. It's the women. It's for their support, for their mentoring, and for their friendships. They're behind the passion I have to work hard to represent Latinos, women, and all people of color, to help communities expand their business and support our own people in their own rise to positions of power and influence. So again, I want to thank the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for this award, and while I dedicate it to my mami and my abuelita, I accept it on behalf of all strong and wise Latinas, those in this room, and those in our own lives, past and present, and most importantly for those that have helped us all learn how not to be sanganas. Thank you very much.
Congratulations a la nena de Zoraida. I'm sure you're still la nena de Zoraida. Isn't she wonderful? Well, if you're not a member yet, please go to hispanicchamber.nyc. If you have to renew your membership, go ahead and do that. The more the merrier. We need to stay strong and together, so join us. And now I'm going to present my favorite woman on this boat. Don't get offended, Wendy, I love you too. Zulma Arzo Brown.
Buen dia, gran dia, excellent day. Oh my goodness, the sun came out. Thank you so much for, again, weathering the storm with us, not texting me, worried about the weather and what we're gonna be. I really appreciate all of you for that. But I was not worried. I was actually very calm, cool, and collective, because for some reason, as a firm believer of God, He always blesses our day. He must know that there are some very incredible, amazing angels that are riding with us and need this to be the most beautiful day of the week, yes? I also do have to say that this is not done alone. There is a team of volunteers, interns, supporters. Christy, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your life and your daughter's life. Yes? She has a network for life, right? Okay. We're just gonna say, we're gonna tell Christy, all these people that are here, tell your daughter, go tell them Christy sent you. So you're gonna need an internship, you're gonna have her back. Remember that. Speaking of interns, I also want to acknowledge our interns and actually former interns who are now volunteers of the Chamber, and without them, we would not have been able to pull this off within a couple of hours. So I want to acknowledge our social media guru, Carelis, Fritzy Roberts, Shailene, come on, show yourselves, ladies, Jaime, Joanne, and we have to acknowledge Pedro Medina. So all your beautiful journals that you see, it's Pedro. Oh my goodness, am I forgetting Laura? Never forget Laura. She's the beautiful woman that has been given the award to all of our honorees. So thank you so much for all of your help. And I also have a person who's pretty much, whenever I need her, I need help, and to be my right hand, Michelle Sampson, who also became a member of the Chamber, MVS Marketing. So everyone always asks me, who is on the boat, Suma? Who can I connect with? Who can I network with? Who can I place my interns? In what company? So I'm gonna tell you who's rocking the boat today, okay? But it is your job to go find them. Don't ask me where they're seated. Go network, collect those business cards, okay? Nick Lugo Travel is rocking the boat. Charter Communications is in the house. United Healthcare, MTA, WellCare, that's a good idea, maybe stand. Bronx, Lebanon, Entergy, Hostos Community College, LaGuardia Community College, Bronx Community College, Acacia, Berkeley College, Entertainment Cruises, thank you for making this possible. Michelle of MVS Publicist, Pandora Internet Radio is in the house too. Univision, Mastermind, Seatown Supermarkets, YMCA, Tropical Cheeses, New York Yankees, Red Door Spa, Credit City, Keller Williams Realty. Greg, you're here. Women's March Alliance President is here, Catherine Simianco. I mean, this lady literally took a permit for 200 people and got over 500,000 people to march. So thank you for being with us. They are also members of the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Nancy Hernandez, I know she has a representative from the New York Comptroller's Office, Wendy Garcia. You know, so it is also important to give the opportunity to the next generation. We have an incredible member here, Link Blakes and Associates, and they task themselves with making sure that they pair the right intern with your company. So they will be reaching out to you because it is important that each and every one of us gives back to the next generation of leaders, yes? Yes. Okay, to whom much is given, much is expected. Our blessings overflow for us to give it back to someone else, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Puerto Rico imports.
We also want to give an incredible shout out to our friend from Puerto Rico, U.S. Imports. They're always here with us. They always support us. They always travel with us. And if you want to see more, if I didn't mention anybody, they're all definitely in the journal. I also wanted to thank Michael Max Nabi of BronxNet Television. Okay. They are always our media partners, and they make sure I could send you proof of how wonderful this event is so that you can come back next year and support us again and become our members. Aline Guzzo, thank you for being with us. Thank you for believing in us, and thank you for making sure people know about the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. All right. So I also want to say that there is a woman that I am really, I guess I look up to her. When I went to the chamber, she embraced me immediately and opened up her network and her heart to me, and that is Cindy Estrada, our executive director. And of course, Mr. Nick Lugo, I appreciate you and thank you for giving us the platform to not only make the chamber greater, but to make sure that we're collectively giving back to our next generation. So before I call Cindy up for the fabulous raffles, I hope that you all put your business cards or got a raffle ticket. I want to leave you with just two beautiful quotes that are my favorite. One just became my favorite now. So the first quote is, "Don't be a sangana and just do it," like Nike. Yeah.
We are together. And for the last 20 years, we have been building on a vision to share our views, our voices on our channels. We are the Bronx. We are BronxNet.
Well, I got this as a paid internship. Spending my time here, I really enjoyed the people that work here. I enjoy what goes on behind the scenes.
So far, I've learned how to operate a camera, how to host. I learned how to control audio.
My first time hosting was really nerve-wracking, but I really enjoyed it because it was a new experience.
Coming to you from our BronxNet studios, 4 new shows highlighting some of the best of the Bronx has to offer. We sit down with political leaders on In the District and discuss local legislation, events, and issues. See how the community and business come together with The Bronx Now on BronxNet. Nosotros features leaders from a Latino community. Meet those who are moving to make a difference in public service, business, arts, and culture. Looking for new and exciting dining experiences? Then you'll want to savor the Bronx and try new restaurants and eateries that fill the borough with delicious dishes. We have it all, so experience the Bronx in new and fresh ways on BronxNet.
From the north to the south to the west to the east, we are expanding our services and upgrading technology at Lehman College. And now, Bronxites have an innovative media production facility in the East Bronx at Mercy College in the Hutch Metro Center, the windows on the East Bronx studio, a state-of-the-art control room, media labs for production and training, and other media-capable spaces, training, workforce development, leading-edge technology, and programs that help you share your ideas, your voice, on your channels, locally and globally. Build media and technology skills at BronxNet and build your dreams.
North of Manhattan and west of the Sound, that's where you'll find me hanging around. You can keep Chelsea and Sutton and the Great White Way. The Bronx is where I wanna stay. From Fordham Road to City Isle, the folks all greet you with a smile. Strolling up the concourse on a summer's day, we'll tell you why I'll never stray. 4th of July, out at Orchard Beach, 'neath the summer sky of blue. Sunday afternoon, going through the zoo. And don't forget, we've got the Yankees too. So now you know why I'll never roam far from the place that I call home. You'll never find a better place to be. Yes, the Bronx is all